Hi, my name is Cindy Moss, and I'm going to be your professor for the personal finance class offered through Reinhardt University, spring semester 2020. Please take a few minutes and watch this narrated PowerPoint. It's going to give you an overview of what you can expect for the class. My name is Cindy Moss, and I am a full-time faculty member with the McCamey School of Business at Reinhardt. You will find on this slide my contact information, which includes my email address, which is cam@reinhardt.edu. I have also included my cell phone number, which is 770-894-9236. If you have an emergency, feel free to reach out and contact me. I am generally in the classroom from 8 a.m. to around 1 o'clock p.m. So if you leave me a message either through email or voicemail, I will contact you as soon as I possibly can. I do try to respond to all my emails within 4 to 6 hours, if at all possible. Okay, how can you contact me? I do have online office hours. I am generally in the classroom from 8 a.m. till 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but you can contact me via Skype if you would like to. You can email me, you can text me, and now in Canvas there's a big blue button that you can connect with me, and it's a video chat that we can talk about. If you email me in the morning, I'm generally not going to check email till after I return to the classroom at 1 o'clock, but I will get back with you just as soon as possible. If you have an emergency, you have my phone number and you can call me or text me, and I will get back with you just as quickly as I possibly can. Okay, I have students ask me, well, what do I have to do to be successful in this class? You must be prepared to spend a minimum of 6 hours a week on this class content. You will need to read your chapters in your ebook. You need to watch the recorded videos that I do for you. You have to do the assigned work, and I will try to send you a weekly overview video that will help you know what you've got coming up. You know you always have discussion boards, you have case studies, you have Learn Smart, you have quizzes, and then you have your final presentations that you're going to be needing to work on. Plan on spending an hour every night working on these, and then you won't get behind. No work is accepted late in an online class. You have to do 16 weeks of work in 8 weeks. So you've got to be prepared, you have to be organized, and you have to be dedicated. Okay, this class will start on Monday, March the 9th, and it will run through May the 3rd, 2020. The format is, it is a strictly online class, and it is available through McGraw-Hill Connect and Canvas. In Canvas, you will find a syllabus and you will find your weekly schedule. Make sure that you print these out, and especially the schedule, so that you know exactly what's due, when it's due. No late work is accepted on your online classes. Okay, let's talk about your discussion boards. Your original post discussion boards are going to be due every Thursday by 11:55 p.m. And the next slide gives you the dates that they are all due. It must be a minimum of 200 words, and that does not include the question if you post it within your post. You have to have a citation, a minimum of 1 citation in your post to support what you are referencing, and that citation must be referenced at the end of your post in APA format. Your discussion board questions are posted under handouts that are entitled Weekly Discussion Board, and also most of your discussion boards are video, so you're going to have to watch the video 2-3 minutes. They're not long videos, and then talk about those. Each Thursday, beginning August the 22nd, running through October the 3rd, you will have a discussion board question. Your original response should be submitted in Canvas by 9 p.m. and you must respond to 3 classmates by the following Sunday at 11:55 p.m. Over here on this side is just in the Canvas course. You would go to discussions. There you're going to find your weekly discussion board. Most of them are going to have a video that you're going to watch, and then you will post your original discussion board post, and then you will reply to the 3 other people in the Canvas. You will have the following, which is going to be due by 11:55 in Connect or Canvas. You will be replying to 3 classmates' discussion board posts. Each reply must be a minimum of 125 words. You will also have a Learn Smart and a quiz for each chapter. Your quiz will be 10 true, false, and multiple choice questions worth 5 points each, and they are added together with your financial application problems for 1 grade. There will be 5 financial application problems, and each one of these will be worth 10 points. At the bottom of in the Connect, you will also find some practice financial application questions that you could use to go back and read, and then after you've submitted them, it will give you the way that you came up with the correct answer. So that's a way of helping you know how to do the financial application questions. Each case study will generally have 2 questions, and they must be a minimum of 150 words using proper grammar and punctuation. Each question is going to be worth 50 points for a total of 100 points. Now, I do know there is one day that there are 3 questions, but all you need to do on one of the questions is give me the amount that she's going to borrow from the bank. On this slide, I'm going to go over with you how the Learn Smart works, so that if you've not used Learn Smart, that you'll have a general idea of how to use it. When you log in to to BUS 305 with the link I gave you, you signed in and now you've joined the class. This is what your screen will look like. Over on the left, it gives you some information about me, my office hours, how to get in touch with me, and you can actually send me a message from there. Over here, the course materials, you can rent the book if you would like to, or you can actually purchase a loose leaf copy of the text. You have an ebook, and along with the ebook is where you're going to do your Learn Smart. So you're not required to buy the book. If you would like to, it is a great book to be able to keep. Once you get into the class, you may want to buy one so that you can refer back to it when you graduate and you actually will start putting this to use. This is showing you the book. This is what your ebook will look like. Also, here is the mobile app that you can download for your smartphones, and then from there you would be able to read your assignments and do your Learn Smarts while you're traveling or anything like that. Over here is your assignment list, and under exams it shows 2 items, so that means there's a midterm and a final exam there. Your assignments are broken down into week. Each week you have 2 chapters that you have to do, and so you notice there are 8 items. So if I click on week 1, it shows that the first chapter, and this date is not correct. I went in there and adjusted it so I could hopefully be able to show you how that works. But and I don't think it's going to pop up till 7:20. But in chapter 1, you have a Learn Smart, and it takes about 20 minutes to complete that. You also have a quiz, and each quiz has 10 questions. And then you also have financial problems. You have 5 financial problems, and what that is showing you how to apply what you've learned within that chapter. The quiz and the financial problems are added together. Your quiz is worth 50 points and your financial problems are worth 50 points. And so you will only have one grade that is shown in EagleWeb, and it will show quiz/financial application problems. Also in your assignments, there is a lecture. It is a chapter 1 PowerPoint lecture. I know that most college students do not sit and read the book, so I've actually lectured. This is the exact lecture that I will give to my online or my on-campus students. It has videos in there that I've embedded that we talk about. I use a lot of Larry Burkett and Clark Howard videos, and so they're all there for you to look at if you would like. And so then you have chapter 1, and then you have chapter 2, the same thing. You have the Learn Smart, you have the quiz, and you have the financial application. Over here, once you have completed it, it will show you that it is complete. It's still not going to let me log into it. It's still showing locked. Let's see. See, it's not started. Let's see if it'll let me take it. If not, I'll go into my end of it and try to do it for you. It may not let me do it here, even though at the time, but it'll show you have how many points it's worth, that I haven't started it, and when I do finish it, it will show completed. You always want to make sure that in your end that it shows completed so that you know that you have finished it. So what I'll do now is I'll close out this and I'll open up another one, and that way I'll show you how to do Learn Smart, a couple of the Learn Smarts on my end, since it won't let us go into it from this end. So I've gone into McGraw-Hill Connect and I have launched Learn Smart under chapter 1. So I want to tell you a couple of things on how you're going to do this. Again, once you're in here, you have a question. This one is a fill in the blank, and it tells us to click the answer that we think is right. So the question is, another name used for calculating present value is. Compounding is the other term for future value. So when I look at these four, I think, okay, which of these four is it? I'm going to select discounting. Now, once I've selected it, it turns it gray, puts a check mark by it, and it says, do you know the answer? If I am 90% sure, I can say, yes, I know. I think I might know it. I'm unsure, no idea. I can also click on read about it. If I do that, it's actually going to take me to the page in the book, highlight it, where this term is going to be shown. It won't give you another name, but it will talk about which one of these are. So we've decided that we're going to say discounting, and I think that that might be the correct answer. So I click on I know it. And it comes up and tells me that it is correct. So I tell it okay. Now you can also challenge, but they're right, so don't waste your time challenging. So I tell it okay. Now, if you look down here, you will notice now that I have 25 items. Once I have answered all 26 of these correctly, then it will be 0 and it will put in the grade book that I have completed. It is for 100%. Now, the next one is interest rates are affected by the following. Notice here it says check all that apply. So when I look at these, I say, okay, demand for goods and services. I think that will affect interest rates. Time value of money does not affect it, but the supply of goods does. So I'm going to select that one also. Now, if this said the cost of real estate by itself, I could use that one, but it has a clue here. It says only, so I don't think that is correct. Do I know the answer? I think I do, so I say think so, and it is correct. I tell it, okay, now I'm down to 24 items. All right, so now we're going to look at this one, and I'm going to intentionally miss this one so that you can see what happens. Samantha wants to buy a new watch that costs $100. She decides to wait a year. All other factors being equal, if inflation is 4%, the watch will cost next year. And I really have no idea how to do that. So I'm going to read about it. And I'm going to come up here and it's going to go to the book and it'll bring it up. I hope it's going to bring it back up. It's just taking it a while. Must be a lot of people on the internet tonight. All right. And it says inflation is a rise in the general level of prices. So it says the time of the buying power. For example, if it's 5%, last year it was 100, it's going to be 105. So I know that was 4%, it was 100. So I kind of know what it is. So I go back and I'm going to type in here $104. And I'm going to say, I think I know it. And it says 104. It is correct. And I tell it, okay. All right, so that's kind of how you do. It says I'm going to do one more for you. Your life situation, personal values, and economic factors influence what? I'm just going to miss this one correct. I mean, I write out so that you'll see. I'm going to say it influences my financial problems. And I'm just 100% sure that's correct. Uh-oh. It says, sorry, your answers, but it also tells me what the correct financial plan is the correct answer. So I know that my financial problems was wrong. Now, I want you to notice one more thing before I quit. Right now I have 23. When I tell this okay, I still have 23 because I missed that one. So it's going to come back. I'm going to see that one again. Again, it's set for 20 minutes. That means, so in 20 minutes, if you know these answers, you should be able to finish them in 23 minutes, 20 minutes. You can complete them faster. So if you get through in 15 minutes, that's fine. You can go a little bit over, but that's how it gauges what questions to ask. So I hope this has helped you a little bit to know a little bit about how to do this. You're going to have 5 financial application problems that go along with the chapters that we are studying from each chapter, and they're going to be added with your quiz grade for the chapter. So you get 50 points for the quiz and 50 points for the financial application. My on-campus class is struggling with these because they can't they don't like to go back to the ebook and look and try to figure out how they work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and post each week some sample questions to help you look at how you solve the questions. There probably will not be the questions that you're going to be asked because the questions are randomized, meaning that McGraw-Hill pulls out questions. They may have 10, and out of for one question, 10 different solutions. So it just depends on which one you get. But you could use the formulas and things that I have given you to help you with those. So I hope that'll help you when you start to do your financial application problems. You will also have a final presentation, and I will go into this more after we get our feet wet in the class. Again, I'll send you a PowerPoint on that, and I also will send you directions on how to do it. Make sure that you know the due date. Know that it is to be a recorded presentation. You can use PowerPoint, use the recording. Some of my classes do it in YouTube. Just as long as I can open it in my computer, then I don't care how you do it. But it is to be a recorded presentation, and it is how it pertains to you. And again, in Eagle Web, you're going to find directions, and you're going to find the questions that you will answer about the each chapter. It is to be a minimum of 14 slides. That includes an introductory slide, a summary slide, and also your APA reference slide. Again, it has to be some type of a voiceover program, and we don't use bullets. You'll use SmartArt for that. So finally, the most important information I can give you about this class is to stay ahead. Don't wait till Thursday night at 11 o'clock to start thinking about your discussion board, or Sunday night at 11 o'clock to start working on your other work that's due on Sunday night. This is an online class. It is an 8-week class, so that means you're taking a full semester of work and that you are doing it in 8 weeks. So that means there is a lot of work to do, but again, it's just an 8-week class. Plan ahead. If you know that you are going to be going out of town for a weekend, or that you've got something that that you're going to be really, really busy at work for a week, that particular week, work ahead. You can go in, you can watch the pre-recorded videos, you can read, you can do a lot of the work ahead of time and get that done. Be on time. I do not accept late work. So if you miss a deadline, unless it is an extreme emergency that's documented, then I will not open up the work for you to go back and post it. You will receive a 0. Also, be professional in all of your posts. Make sure that you are not offending anyone with any of your posts, that you're using, again, acceptable tone and words in anything that you post online. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you contact me immediately, and I hope you enjoy the class. This is one of my favorite classes because I feel like that this is something that if you're just in college as a sophomore, or if you're 30 years old and you're trying to finish up your degree, this is a class that is going to be beneficial no matter what. This is information that you can take with you the rest of your life. I love teaching this class. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.